Yeah. Okay. Anyway, by the end of the session, please come in and give me your names. I will write down your names on this. ما أعرفش هذا ما خدامينش مزيان. If you need to write down anything, it's up to you. So, yes, please.
So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so great to be here. It's Peter and wake up to be here. I should talk about something that's very important. I like to speak to you. I like to address people. So, my first year, I remember, when I give a presentation in French subject, and I did everything in the wrong way. I memorized, but when I was delivering, I stopped. So, what I understand now, that we should, as students, work on both our fluency and soft skills. Soft skills are important. So, if you want to give a presentation, you should know about the topic, and the topic should go or must go hand in hand with your thinking. How do you think, and your ambitions. So the second thing is, when you come to address people in the group, you are not addressing the group, and you should get rid of this idea of addressing the group. You are addressing the individuals within the group. So let's come to our topic. Total physical response, TPR, developed by James Asher, is the professor of psychology in San Jose University, California, and he views adults second language teaching as a parallel process to first language acquisition as children. And he drew his assumptions based on the family environment, where the parents give comments to their children, and children respond to these comments physically. For example, when your father asks you to bring him a glass of water, or your mother asks you to wash the clothes of your brother, and so on and so forth. So what is important here for this method is two main concepts, which are the first one is what we call the imperative statement and physical reaction. So let's talk about what the method contains. This is the outline, the introduction that we did. So the approach and design and the procedures. So let's start by the approach. Approach also consists the theory of language. TPR has a grammar point view of language. The verb and the imperative verb are the central linguistic motif around the language is organized. What do you think? Is it functional or structural? Structural? Structural or functional? It's structural, you are right. So the theory of language learning. The stimulus response, there is a mistake here. The stimulus response view as the language theory supporting this method. So you can draw the assumption here. What is is it behaviorism or
behaviorism?
It's behaviorism.
Yeah.
It's it. So Asher develops three hypotheses. People are born with view program for language learning, and he, like Chomsky, we have the LED, or language acquisition device. Relateralization defines different.
لا.
You are wrong. You are wrong. Just so let's come back to our topic. So, as I said, Asher developed three hypotheses. People are born with new program for language learning. Relaterization defines different learning functions. Stress affective filter disrupts learning. TPR is directed toward right brain learning, relying in the work done by Jean Piaget. Asher believes that children acquire a first language through motor movement or right brain activity. The right brain must activate before the left hemisphere can process language for production. So, design. Design, we have the objective. The general objective is to teach oral proficiency at the beginner level. The final goal is to teach the basic speaking skills, which with TPR, a learner should be capable of inhabited communication that is intelligible to a native speaker. I missed something here. I think the syllabus should be so I could read something here. Syllabus. So the syllabus TPR would use a sentence-based syllabus with grammatical and lexical criteria being important in selecting teaching item. However, meaning is more important than grammatical structure. Grammar is then taught intactable. Activities, basic according to Asher, 12 to 36 new lexical items can be learned in 1 hour. Main activity, imperative drills are the main activity. After 120 hours, students can listen to conversation dialogues. Role plays and slide presentations focus on everyday situations. The role of learner, teacher, and material. TPR students are both listeners and performers. The teacher is the one who decides what to teach. So the floor is the teacher. Asher suggests that teachers write detailed lesson plan as we mentioned in our lecture. So the teachers should give feedback following the example of parents. In the beginning, there's a correction given. Later, a teacher should give more correction. So it is kind of, Texts are not necessary. Instead, teachers will need picture, media, slides and word cards. The procedure and the last one. This is the sixth class review. As mentioned, you should review your last lesson that was given by you in the last session. Then new comments. 5 verbs are used in 3 contexts, so the verbs should be put in the context. Other items introduced. 9 vocabulary words are introduced and used in 3 contexts. So this is a practice. I need a participant. I need a participant. I need a volunteer. Okay, please stand up. I want you to decode the pictures that I put there. Just trace is the first one. It's actions. It's imperatives. Huh? Not fight. Just calm. Stand up and until I explain the process. Do it. You should do what you understand. Okay? So and I put there the sentence in Spanish. Okay? This is the sentence. So escrevi tu número de teléfono o la pizarra y salta. So go ahead. What you understand, you should perform. Do you understand the sentence? Do you understand the sentence? What you understand? Bien que escrevi tu número de teléfono o la pizarra it is the board, y salta. Yeah. Just perform. Bien simple. It's very clear. Y escrevi tu número de teléfono o la pizarra y salta. Sorry. Okay, see.
You want the translation of that?
Later, that you have to perform first, then I ask you to translate. Just do it. Do you understand the sentence?
I understand the sentence.
It's how you could perform. So it is the method. It is the method.
Yeah.
I do? Okay. So but someone should give me the imperative statement. So come here and write your. The sentence is very simple. Could you understand it? Just throw your French background and many others. Aquí escrevi tu número de teléfono o la pizarra y salta. Everything is there. But you find it. I'm not ready to fight. Okay. I write the random number and they sound up very good. It's very simple. Just what is important here, it is the imperative statement. Imperative statement.
Is the mic?
What is important here, what is the idea, it's the imperative statement and the physical reaction. This is what this method is about. And this method is supported by Crusher, that Asher mentioned that this method should use in coordination or in conjunction with other methods and techniques. So, thank you.